Okay, in this occasion, we will present the result of our analysis of company in property sector. This member of our group. The first is Arsefa Raka Fatur Rahman Alfarizi, Raja Suhail, and Wildan Sultanil. Okay, the first company is Lipo Karawasi Company. The first analysis is management background. PT Lipo Karawaci is a leading property developer in Indonesia, operating for more than 10 years with a broad and diverse business portfolio. And Lipo Karawaci Company was established in 1990, started development of Lipo Village in 1993, and continued to expand into various property sector. And through a merger in 2004, the company became one of the largest in Indonesia with three main pillars. This is residential and land development, healthcare of and hospitality and infrastructure. The next is vision and mission. The vision from this company is to be the leading real estate and healthcare company in Asia and commit to advancing the welfare of the community we serve. And the mission, the first is to win the heart and minds of our customers through quality homes, healthcare and lifestyle offering, and community-centered service. And second is to build a talent-driven organization that prides itself on operational excellence and bring out the best in our people. And the third is to embrace innovation and technology in a continuous effort to develop better product and process. And the fourth is to inspire our customers, community, and partners toward a more sustainability. Okay, the next is legal track record. The first track record is Meikarta project licensing bribery case. Second is asset confiscation issues related to BLBI case. And the third is allegation of black banking practice and Serasi plot investment. The fourth is dispute with Meikarta consumers. And the fifth is corporate compliance. Okay, the next is shareholding. This is the name of shareholder. The first is public, it's below 5%, with number of share 30 billion shares. And second is Inti Anugrah Pratama Company with 18 shares. And the next is Sierra Incorporated with 11 billion shares. And the next is PT Primantara Utama Sejahtera with 7 billion shares. And the next is DBS Bank with 3 billion shares. And Dominic Dayan Leswara with 76 million shares. And Surya Tatang with 57 million shares. And Treasury Stock with 20 million shares. And Marcel Martinus Tisadarma with 7 million shares. Okay, the next is information transparency. The first is the company routinely conveys material information and important facts to shareholder and the public through official reports and an announcement on the IDX website. And the transparent and complete information disclosure document. And the next is Lipo Karawaci also provides audit and regularly reported consolidated financial statement, including quarterly and annual reports that are publicly accessible through the company official website and IDX. And the third is Lipo Karawaci actively informs significant material and affiliate transactions, such as bond transaction and asset sales, with values reaching tens of trillions of rupiah, in order to maintain transparency and accountability to investor and stakeholder. Okay, the next analysis is corporate action. The first corporate action is debt reduction and capital structure optimization. The second is settlement of asset sales transaction in Makassar. The third is Meikarta project completion plan and consumer refunds. And the fourth is financial performance and net profit. The fifth is restructuring and management change. The sixth is support for local economic growth. And the last is PEI special notation. As of 2025, based on the last search LPKR, it does not have a special notation, which means the company is not included in the risky or problematic category according to current IDX indicator. Okay, the next analysis is stock valuation. This is the market price in 2023, and based on Yahoo Finance and based on our calculation, the average market price of Lipo Karawaci Company shares during the period January until December 2023 was 91.5 rupiah per share. And this is the market price for 2024. Based on Yahoo Finance and our calculation, the average market price of Lipo Karawaci Company during period January until December 2024 was 82.25 rupiah per share. Okay, the next is earning per share or EPS. In 2023, each share of the company generated a net profit of 24.18. And in 2024, each shares of the company generated a net profit of 11.44 rupiah. The next is cash flow per share. In 2023, based on our calculation, each share of the company generated cash flow of 29.5 rupiah. And in 2024, each shares of the company will generate cash flow of 35.98 rupiah. Okay, the next is first price earning ratio. Based on our calculation, in 2023, the stock market price is 3.78 times its earning per shares. This shows that investors are willing to pay 3.78 rupiah for every 1 rupiah of profit generated by the company. A low PER can indicate the stock is undervalued or has moderate growth prospect. And in 2024, the stock market price is 7.18 times its earning per shares. And this higher PER indication that the stock valuation has become more expensive relative to its earning. Or it could be due to a larger decline in EPS correlated to decline in market price. And the next is PBV or price book value. Based on our calculation, the stock market price in 2023 is 0.33 times its book value per shares. And PBV below 1 indicate the stock is trading below its book value, and which could be an indication of undervaluation. And in 2024 is 0.18 times its book value per shares. And the lower PBV indicates the stock is trading well below its book value, which could be an indication of undervaluation or market concern about the company's prospect. And the next is PCF or price cash flow. Based on our calculation, in 2023, the stock market price is 3.14 times its cash flow per shares. This ratio show how much investors are willing to pay for every 1 rupiah of cash flow the company generates. And in 2024 is 2.28 times its cash flow per shares. And this ratio also shows that the stock market price is become more efficient relative to the cash flow the company generates per shares. Okay, the next analysis is leverage analysis. Mm. Uh, this is financial statement. from Lipo Karawaci Company. And this is our calculation for degree of operating leverage or DOL. In 2023, the DOL of 2.43 indicates that every 1% change in revenue will result in approximately a 2.43% change in EBIT. And in 2024, the DOL of 3.61 indicates that every 1% change in revenue will result in approximately a 3.61% change in EBIT. And this is our calculation for degree of financial leverage or DFL. And in 2023, the FL of 1.5 indicates that every 1% change in EBIT will result in approximately a 1.5% change in net income. And in 2024, the FL increased slightly to 1.9. This increase in the DFL indicates that the company is slightly more dependent on debt financing or has a higher interest expense relative to its EBIT. Okay, and the last is this is our calculation for degree of combined leverage or DCL. And in 2023, DCL is 2.56, and this is mean that every 1% change in revenue will result in about a 2.56% change in net income. And in 2024, DCL increases significantly to 3.95, and this is increase in DCL is a combination of an increase in DOL.
Okay, for the next company is Jaya Real Property Tbk. The first is management background. PT Jaya Real Property is a property developer focused on creative, dynamic, and sustainable communities that integrate residential, commercial, public, and transformation facility. Their portfolio includes land acquisition, property sales, and commercial property management, with Bintaro Jaya being a key project design as the professional city. JRPT, Strategy, MPS, Sustainable Growth, Financial Health, Strategic Investment, and Disciplined Risk Cost Management. They prioritize environmentally friendly and energy efficiency housing. The management structure is Board of Commissioners is led by Adrian Suherman, a professional with extensive experience in technology and digital transformation, and a board of direction is led by Wahyudi Chandra, the president director and expert in sales and management, supported by Johan Gunawan as a director who has a background in engineer and infrastructure management. The next is legal track record. The Jayara property faced multiple land disputes. The company has been accused of being a land mafia over the Bintaro Exchange Mall land, which claimant alleged is illegally seized Wakaf land. JPRT maintains the land was legally acquired and not wakaf, and no formal legal action has been taken by claimant, while JPRT pursues own legal defense. More recently, in Augustus 2024, JPRT was reported to the Jakarta Metropolitan Police for alleged land encroachment of 30,770 square meters in Sawah Baru, Ciputat. Her claim they never sold the land, but the PRT states the land is covered by its building use right certificate. JPRT has not yet issued an official response to the specific case. The overall JPRT is actively using legal channels to defend its land ownership and property right in this dispute. Okay, the next is shareholding. The name of shareholders is PT Pembangunan Jaya. The number of shares is 8 billion, paid of capital 174 billion, and the percent is 63%. And BNP Paribas Singapore, and 2 billion shareholders, and paid of capital 42 billions, and the percent is 15. percent. And the public is 2 billion shareholders, and the paid of capital is 40 billion, and the percent is 14%, and treasury stock is 839 billion, million, sorry. And the paid of capital is 16 billion, and the percent is 6%. The next, okay, the next is transformation transparency. The financial statement regularly published interim consolidated financial statements such of September 13, 20 and 24, and December 31 and 2023, which are the public accessible, and the information disclosure hold general meeting of shareholders and disclose information regarding major shareholders, affiliates, and management position held in other company. Annual and sustainable report include comprehensive information on the company profile, organization structure, human resource management, and management analysis. Oke, the corporation action, PT Jaya Real Property Tbk allocated 100 billion for a share buyback of up the 133 share of approximately 1,033% of its total issue and paid up capital. The buyback period is from April 10 to June 9, 20 and 25. Following the announcement on April 9, 20 and 25. The buyback will be carried out through the Indonesia Stock Exchange and of market transaction with one designated brokerage firm as the intermediary. The purchase price will be adjusted based on market condition and applicable regulation. The goal is to maintain earning per share stability amid market fluctuation and macroeconomic uncertainty. Management state that the buyback will not significantly impact the company perform of revenue. The IPS is project to increase from uh, 87.57 as of December 31 and 2024 to ADR 88 48 after the buyback. The buyback will be found entirely from internal cash reserve, ensuring financial stable remain in track. The next slide is B. As of May 20 and 25, based on the last search, JPRT does not have a special notation, which mean that this company is not included in the list of problematic category according to current IDX indicator. Okay, for the market price in 2023, the average market price total is 636.57, and the market price 2024, the average market total is 657.57. And the next slide is the IPS. The IPS in 2023, the IPS total is 3,929, and the 20 and 24, the IPS total is 4,695. The next slide is the number of shares outstanding in the 20 and 24. The total is 275 million, and for the 2024, the total is same is 275 million. Okay, the next is equity value in 2023. The total is 33,71, and the equity value total in 2024 is 36 7798. Okay, for the cash flow per shares in 20 in 23, the total is 3.34 and the cash flow per shares in 20 and 24 is 3.44. Okay, for the price earning ratio in 2023, the total is 162.01, and for the 2024, the total is 114.07. The compared to 2023, per decreased from 162.1 to 140. The discrete could be due to increase in earning per share that is faster than the increase in the stock market price, or the investor have slightly lower growth expectation. Describe the discrete, this figure is still relatively high, indicating the investor still value the compare profit potential. Okay, for the next slide is price book value. In the 2023, the total is 80.80. For the 2024, the total is 17 com 87 87. PBV decreased slightly from 80.80 in 2023 to 70.87. The decrease could be due to an increase in equity value that is the faster than the increase in the stock market price, or the market value or the company asset has softened slightly. The figure is still show the market is giving a significant premium to the company book value. Uh, for the next is price cash flow. For the 2023, the total is 119.61. For the 2024, the total is 191.14. For the increase from 119 in 2024 to 191, the increase show that despite slightly change in PER and PBV, the company value based on cash flow generate is still very strong, even slightly increase, indicating the company ability to generate free cash flow is the highly valued by the market. Okay, for degree of operation leverage in 2023, the total is 1.33, indicate that every 1% change in revenue will result in approximately 1.30% change in EBIT. In 2024, a total is 1.24, increase that every 1% change in revenue will result in approximately an 1.24% change in EBIT. For next slide is the degree of financial leverage. In 2023, the DFL of 1.0013 indicate that every 1% change in EBIT will result in approximately 100.13% change in income. For the 20 and 24, the DFL slightly decreased to 1.007. This decrease is the DFL indicates that the company tends to reduce its dependence on debt to or keep interest expense low. For the degree of combined leverage is in 20 and 23.
Okay, next, Pujiadi Prestige Company. Start from background. Type of research, Pujiadi Prestige Company is a property developer with more than 13 years of experience. Part of the Jakarta Group, the company is known to be responsive to economic change and has a long-term vision, with a portfolio of projects such as Jakarta Apartemen, Senopati Apartemen, Kemang Apartemen, and Jakarta Plaza Hotel and Shopping Center. Organizational structure. Start from board commissioner, President Commissioner Kosmian Pujiadi, Commissioner Aryo Tejo, Independent Commissioner Octavianus Halim, and MBA. Next, Board of Director, start from President, Damian Pujiadi, MBA, Director Independent, Toto Sasetyo Dwi Budilis Yanto. And last, Audit Commit, start from Chairman Octavianus Halim, MBA. Members, Ardika May Vendra, and Afika Nur Fadila Fikri. Legal track record. Start from legality, established 11 September 1918, ratified by Minister of Law and Human Rights Decree. The last amendment to the Article of Association was approved in June by the Ministry of Law and Human Rights. Next, compliance operates in accordance with Article of Associations. Is housing, apartment, construction, space rental, and OJK regulation comply with accounting standard. Next, legal issue. No major legal disputes handled professionally and accordance with legal produce. Next, audit. Financial statement audit with unqualified opinion demonstrating transparency and good governance. Reputation over 14 years of operation with a clean and trusted legal and business track record. Next, shareholding. Pujadi Prestige company shares are generally owned by individuals and entities, mostly from the Pujadi family, showing a highly concentrated ownership structure. The largest shareholder is Istana Kuta Ratu Prestige company with 44 ownership, followed by Lenawati Setiadi with 22%, and the general public is below 5%, with a total of 30% in addition. Shares are also owned by other Pujiadi family members such as Cosmian Pujiadi and Marianti Pujiadi at 4% each, Christian Pujiadi at 5%, Gabriel Lukman Pujiadi at 3%, Damian Pujiadi at 2 or 3%, and Arya Tejo at 1.3%. This composition show the dominance and strong influence of the Pujiadi family in the ownership and control of the company. Next, information transparency. Pujiadi Prestige company demonstrates high transparency by regularly publishing audit consolidate financial statement, include as 31 December during 2024, the company was not suspended or delisted by IDX. Signal compliance with a capital market regulation. The financial statement contain complete information such as financial position, profit and loss, cash flow, accounting notes, and performance analysis. In addition, the company published transparent annual and sustainability reports. Overall, PUDP carries out information disclosure according to capital market standards and makes it easy for the public to access financial and managerial data. Okay, next, corporate action. In 2024, Pujadi Prestige Company carried out several major corporate action, namely stock split, dividend distribution, and strategy property project development. The 1-to-2 stock split was approved at the EGMS on 6 June 2024 and effective on 5 July 2024, lowering the nominal value of shares from 500 to 250, and doubling the number of shares from 300 million to 600 million shares. The aim into increase liquidity, fulfill the IDX minimum free float requirement, and exit the special monitoring board. Next, cash dividend of 10 rupiah per share, where distribution based on the 2024 AGMS result as a form of return for shareholder. Next property development include the Villa Houston project in Serang, Houston Residence Plan, revitalization of Marbella Anyar Hotel, as well as the development of luxury resort in Ubud, Bali, with an investment of approximately 108 billion. Next, IDX Special Nation. Pujadi Prestige Company is subject to a special nation by the Indonesia Stock Exchange because the average shares price in the regular market over the past 6 months has been below 51 ADR per share. This nation that the stock is traded at a very low price and is high risk. High risk. The IDX use the IDX use special nation to inform issue of certain condition, such a financial of compliance issue. Investors are advised to exercise caution and conduct in depth analysis before investing in PDUP shares. Okay, next market price 2023. At the bottom, the annual average market price based on the edges plus is calculated, which is 292,9 or past 9. Uh, Next market price 2024. At the bottom, the annual average market price based on the edges plus is calculated with which is 242 past 33. Okay, next EPS. EPS 2023 its share gave a return of all past 2 for the year. EPS 2024 showing a loss of IDR 2 plus 09 per share before the stock split. Negative EPS or negative EPS narrowed to min 1 plus 05 after the stock split as the number of shares increased. Next, number of shares outstanding. In 2023, the number of shares outstanding was 1 billion. This number remained the same until mid 2024, before the stock split, with a ratio of 1 to 2 after the stock split. The number of outstanding shares doubled to 3 billion shares. Next, equity value. The equity value 2023 is 5,060 billion. Equity value in 2024 is 5,009 billion. Next, cash flow. In 2023, the company records a negative cash flow of min 8 billion and has 1 billion shares outstanding with a yield of IDR min 5 plus 25. Contrast in 2024, the company record a positive cash flow of 12 billion after the stock split. The number of outstanding shares increased to 3 billion. 3 million shares at 3 billion shares with a yield of 3 past 7.8 ADR. Okay, next, price earning ratio or PER. In 2023, the company PER was recorded to be very high at 1,000. This calculation is obtained from the stock market price of 200 or 300. This is done by the very small earning per share of only 0 past two or 22. This hike very indicates that the company share price is relative expensive compared to its capability. The possible cause is that the share price is quite high while the earning per share are very low, which could be due to extraordinary factor effective earning. And in 2024, there is a significant change where the pair become negative, namely mean 230. This is because the company suffer a loss in that year, which is reflected in the negative EPS value of mean 1 in financial analysis. A negative pair is generally considered not to provide meaningful information. Next, price book value. Price book value was recorded at 0 plus 93 or 93, indicating that the share price is trading below the company book value. This means that investor can buy shares at a lower price than the net asset value per share. This condition usually reflect that the market has not fully appreciated the company potential or asset, and the stock is undervalued. Uh, the price book the price book value in 2024 increased to 1 past 5, where the share price was above its book value. Although the company record a net loss for the year, this increase in PBV reflect investor optimism about the long-term prospect, property asset, or potential recovery in performance. However, at PBV without earning support indicates the valuation is driven more by market expectation than actual financial performance. Price cash flow or PCV. The price cash flow ratio show a negative value as the company experience negative operating cash flow of mean 865 billion with a CPS of mean 5 past to 25 and a share price 262. This give a P per CF of mean 55 plus 80. This negative value does not provide a valid valuation picture and indicates that the company was not able to generate cash flow from its main activity at that time. In 2024, the company started to record positive operating cash flow of 12 billion, result in a CVPS of IDR 3.78. Result of the year ratio of 64.09 shows improvement in cash flow. However, that the high value still indicate that the share price look expensive compared to the cash flow generated. Next, doll or degree of opening leverage. In 2023, the very high dollar value of 1068 indicates that the company is very sensitive to change in sales. A small increase in sales can lead to a very large increase in operating profit. In 2024, a negative dollar value of 7 past 76 indicates that the company is experience operating loss. A negative dollar also mean that increase in sale can actually exacerbate loss, depending on the fixed and variable cost structure. Next, DFL, or degree of financial leverage. DFL is negative at -1 past 73, in indicating that EBIT is not enough to cover interest expense. So the company experienced a loss after interest. In the 2024, the DFL value is positive 0 past 685, but less meaningful because the company remains in a loss condition, and the change in EBIT does not reflect an increase in net profit. Next, DCL, or degree of combined leverage. In 2023, the negative DCL value is very large at the min 2000, min 291 indicates that the fixed cost structure and interest expense are too high compared to operating profitability. In 2024, the CL is also negative at min 6 past 62 or 62, indicating that the company remains in a loss condition and leverage only magnifies the negative effect on earning.
Okay, next slide is PT Bumi Serpong Damai Tbk BSD. Next slide, management background. PT Bumi Serpong Damai Tbk BSD is a major property developer under Sinarmas Land, part of the Sinarmas Group, managed by the Widajaya family, led by Michael Wijaya since 2022. The company relies of the Sinarmas extensive conglomerate network covering various business sectors. BSD focused on the development integrate in the independent cities such as BSD City as well as a premium property project. It's a commitment to good corporate government is proven by the Best Corporate Government Award. Management structure, Board of Commissaries, offers corporate strategy and GCG under the leadership of Mukhtar Wijaya, ensuring agility and transparency. Board director led by Michael Wijaya, responsible for daily business, executive project development, digital transformation, and expansion. Internal audit is independent until answer complications, offers management and development international controls, maintaining corporate integrity. Next slide, legal track record. OJK since 2018. Tender of violence BSDA was fined by OJK for violating to implement a tender offer after increasing its subsidiary share ownership above 15%, failing POJK number 9, POJK number 4, 2018. BSDA defaultly paid the fine and strengthened its corporate compliance. BSD City and Acquisition Case 2015 and 2017, there was a deposit with resident regarding land compensation, for example, of BSD City. The conflict was resolved through mediation by the Tangerang Regency government in 2017, with adjust to complication and relation program maintaining BSD reputation. Information discussion for case 2023, BSD received a DT notation from the IDX for banks late in reporting its 2022 annual financial report to a consolidated audit. BSD immediately fulfilled its obligation and improved its internal reporting system. Next.
Next slide is shareholding. Number one is PT Pragma Adit Matama. Have 8,500,000 and modal is 800 million and percentage is 14,75%. Public it's below 5% is F 5,100,000 and modal if have 5,000,000 and 100 in percentage is 2 to 28 and 35%. PT Elektra Usaha Maju have 5,400,000 and model have 500 for for 500 4,000 to and have percentage is 25,194. PT Simas Tunggal Sen have 3 million. F model is 32 million. Percentage have 1,18%. PT Metropolitan Trans Indonesia have 200 million 56 and have model is 25 million and percentage in 1,23%. Next. Next is information transparency. Supervisor quality BSD is known for its good quality of information. Disclosed as evidence by the award for the best transparency in investor relationship and consistency is reporting. Rate, rate routine reporting. The company routinely release financial report, quarterly and annual report on as on an internal shares on report. Additional transparency interface BSD active if improve equity to investor roadshow annual public expose GCG report and JRE based transfer report. Next is corporate action, business expansion and project development in 2023 and 2024. BSD have a focus on developing BSD City Phase 8, premium residential, commercial, digital, innovation, and center and acquiring DMX to strengthen is the protects business, creating synergy between conventional property and digital solution. Finance and funding strategy based the optimize funding by using bond if 1.5 trillion in 16% for new project for 14%. Refinancing the company is also considering a stock split and are planning a substantial bond for liquidity and environmentally friendly project. Dividend policy in 2023, BSD distribution dividend for 23.5 billion payout on ratio 13%. As a commitment to yield the 2024 dividend policy still considering performance and expansion needs. ESG initiatives BSD has a commitment to sustainability with green building, conservation, ESG target, MSME, training program, and scholarship, and improve governments in 14% independent commissioner and risk management system. Next. Base special notation. PT Bumi Serpong Damai Tbk BSDI is a listen on the IDX and has a expectation notation indication problem. The company regularly submit financial report and material information and is active or corporate action property business development. Next, market price 2023. The average market price of PT Bumi Serpong Damai Tbk shares during the period January is December 2030 was 1,000,005 per share. Next is a market price in 2024. The average market price of the PT Bumi Serpong Damai Tbk shares during the period January December 2024 was 1,128 per share. Next, for RPS 2023 have 1,006,700. For FS 2024 have 1,000,016 Next. For equity value is have a nilai equity 2023 is 19 million, 416 million. For value 2024 have a 19 million, 700 million. Next is a price earning ratio for 2023 is have a 1 million 11 million, towards 7 million. For 2024 have a 9 million, 900 million. Next. Next, I have a price book value for 2023 have a 15 million 900 for. From 2024 have a 7 million 151. For cash flow for 2023 have a 242 500 million, and for 2024 have a 200 2023 and 300 million. Next, DFL or degree of financial leverage for 2023 have 3 million 1400 million. For 2024 or DFL have 1 million 500. For DCL degree of committed leverage 2023 have 15 million 200, and for 2024 have 4 million 900. The next slide is Dole degree of operating leverage have 5 million 16, and 2024 Dole have 2 million 216.3. Uh, that's enough for presentation from our group, more or less. And please forgive me. Then thank you.